Good evening, and thank you for hopping on with us tonight. My name is Rob Ford. I'm Tipmont and Wintek's Marketing and Communications Director. To help us move along, we've turned off your microphone and cameras, but we will take time to answer your questions at the end. So please share any questions you have in the Q&A area of the Zoom application. So I'm going to spend about 10 minutes describing installation timelines, service pricing and features, and I'm also going to show you a new tool that will help you understand streaming video services that you can now take advantage of with a high-speed fiber connection. But first, I want to draw our first gift card winner, and congratulations to Beth Streeter. Beth Streeter, you won a $50 Visa gift card. We'll contact you after the meeting to verify your mailing address, and we'll announce our other gift card winner at the end, right before the Q&A. So I want to begin with just a brief explanation of what Wintek is and what fiber internet is. Wintek's a local technology company that Tipmont acquired in January 2019. They have been offering fiber internet in small pockets of Tippecanoe County for about 10 years. And our mission to bring fiber internet to underserved areas aligned perfectly. So it's been a wonderful move for both companies and the Tipmont membership especially. And we now call our fiber internet service Wintek, powered by Tipmont. All right, so what is fiber internet and how does it compare to other services such as cable or DSL? Fiber is a hair-thin piece of glass that transmits light impulses. It has a lot of advantages over the older copper lines that Xfinity and some other cable providers rely on. First, fiber was designed to send two-way information over long distances. So it sends that information over long distances, whereas the cable and DSL lines were built for the cable and telephone company to send audio and video signals to you. They were never intended for you to send data back to them. So because of this, the upload speed is the upload speed is limited because their capacity is limited. Not so with our fiber internet. Our upload speed is now just as fast as your download speed. Now, 10 years ago, this really didn't matter all that much as we were mostly downloading web pages and email. Not anymore. Video calls, backing up your data, and now remote working and education, online gaming, all of those require you to have really high upload speed. Our fiber internet is a symmetrical connection, so your upload speed is just as fast as your download speed. And finally, fiber lines have more bandwidth capacity and won't slow down during peak usage times. All right, so now I'm going to spend a minute kind of talking about our service features and pricing. We call this hassle-free internet. There are no fees and no gimmicks. There's no contracts and no fine print. There's no promotional pricing. So what you pay will not skyrocket the moment your promotion expires. On your screen is what your bill will look like. If you order our $65 service, $65 is what you will pay. There are no modem rental fees or other surprise fees, and your installation is free. And finally, there are no limits or no data caps on your usage. If you want to use 50 terabytes of data in a month, you go right ahead. Because our fiber lines have so much capacity, there is no reason for us to limit how much you want to use. All right, so before I get to service pricing and features, we're going to do one more quick poll. And that poll question will appear in just a few moments on your screen. And it's how many connected devices do you have in your home? So this isn't just smartphones and computers. Let me find that poll question. Is that ready to go, Janet? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that should be appearing on your screen. So think beyond the smartphone and computers. Think smart speakers such as Alexas and smart thermostats. Like as your Nest, or video game systems like an Xbox, so on and so forth. And so as we start to move into service pricing, knowing how many connected devices are in your home will help you select the right speed package. So looking at the results here, most people are kind of in that 1 to 10 range. We've got a couple in the 11 to 25, and we've got one geek on the phone that has more than 25 connected devices. So certainly hats off to that guy. All right, I'm going to go ahead and end the poll here and move on and talk about some of our service pricing. So we offer 3 service packages. Our lowest package is 250 megabits per second download and 250 megabits per second upload for $65 per month. And again, this is a symmetrical connection. All right, that's both upload and download speeds are the same. Our second package is 500 megabits per second for $85 a month. And our biggest package is a full gigabit or 1000 megabits per second for $95 a month. So if you're wondering which package is right for you, almost everyone will do just fine with the $65 package. We asked you about the number of devices connected in your home just a second ago. If you have more than 25 connected devices in your home, you may want to consider the 500 megabits per second package. And the gigabit package is really for people who have more than 50 connected devices or who work remotely full time. But again, this is hassle-free internet. So if you want to change packages at any time, just call us. There is no fee to do so. And when you order service, we also offer your choice of a free month of service or a free Roku streaming stick. So construction is complete on about 75 miles of new fiber service, and service is now available to 790 homes here in our monitor build area. So we're really excited to now offer that to all these people. So if you're interested in ordering our fiber service, there's a few steps left to do. And one of the key things to know, it's going to take a little time to get your service active. We're building this state-of-the-art fiber network from the ground up. So first, order service by visiting join.wintek.com or by calling our office at 800-726-3953. If you call our office, our hours are Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. And I'll put that information on a slide at the end for you. So once you've ordered service, one of our connection specialists will schedule an initial site visit. And that's a time with you to visit at your home and plan where you want the line and the box on the outside of your home to go. All right, so this is Heath. He's one of our fiber installers. And this photo, where the orange arrow is, shows the box that we install on the outside of your home, usually right next to your existing electric meter. Generally, the fiber line from the road to your home will follow the same path as the existing electric line. So if your electric lines are buried, we'll bury that fiber line as well. And once you've signed off on that plan, our fiber contractor, a company named Barriott, aptly enough, will run the line from the outside of your home. We call this drop construction. And because of high demand and winter weather, with the ground sometimes freezing, this process right now is taking generally about 6 to 8 weeks. And once the line to the outside of your home is complete, we will call you to schedule your in-home installation. The entire installation is free, and our professional installer will run the line from the box on the outside of your home all the way to the fiber modem inside your home, which is the device you see here. That's an important distinction. This truly is fiber all the way to the modem inside your home, which is the yellow line that you see on your screen running into the box there. So, you don't have to worry about the last leg of your service coming in over aging copper lines that may inhibit your internet performance. The box that you see here also includes Wi-Fi coverage, and that usually covers up to about 22 or 2,300 square feet. So if your home is that size or smaller, you should be in good shape with this box. If you need more coverage area, we also offer what's called a mesh unit, and that's an additional $3 per month per device that can extend Wi-Fi coverage to a larger home, or if you have maybe an outbuilding that you want to extend coverage to, or maybe a little bit larger yard, we can set you up with a mesh device. Just let us know when you install service, or when your in-home installers in your home, he'll also evaluate your signal there and help you determine whether or not you want one of those or not. All right, so I'm just about finished, and we'll get to your questions here in just a moment. But I do want to talk about streaming video. We have a lot of people ask us whether they can bundle TV service with Wintek fiber internet. We made the decision early on not to offer video service because there are so many good streaming services out there. And with fiber internet, you have more than enough bandwidth to really stream anything and everything you want. To stream video, you generally need two things. The first, obviously, is plenty of bandwidth. Generally speaking, a high-def video stream requires about 15 megabits per second dedicated for each stream. And you'll remember our lowest internet package of 250 megabits per second will allow you to have 16 devices all streaming in high def at the same time. The second is a smart TV or a streaming device. If your TV can connect to the internet and has apps available such as Netflix, Hulu, or others, then you're good to go. Otherwise, you're going to need a streaming device such as Apple TV, Amazon's Fire Stick, or a Roku. We generally recommend Roku's because they're really easy to use and they have nearly every app available. So if you don't have a streaming device, you can choose to get a Roku for free when you sign up to order Wintek service. If you already have a streaming device, your other option is to get your first month of service for free. So how do you decide which streaming service is right for you? Well, we have a brand new tool at streaming.wintek.com that is now available to help you pick the right streaming service for you. All you have to do is answer a few questions about your streaming needs, and the tool will recommend the best and the most economical streaming options available to you. The other neat thing that the tool has is a streaming marketplace section where you can learn more about each individual streaming service. And at last count, over 50 streaming services are featured in there. So that's a really nice tool to help you evaluate which streaming services might be right for you. And lastly, here's a way to save $20 on your first bill. Or if you already have Wintek service, use our Refer a Neighbor program, and you'll get a $20 bill credit every time someone you refer orders service. All they have to do is mention your name when they order service, and you and your neighbor will both receive a $20 bill credit when their service is installed. All right, so that is what I have. I hope you found it helpful. Like I said, you can order service today at join.wintek.com or by calling our member service team at 800-726-3953. And again, they're available Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Before we answer a couple of questions, I need to draw our second gift card winner. And congratulations to Todd, I believe it's Tarter, Todd Tarter. Todd, we've got a Visa gift card to send your way, and we'll contact you after the meeting to verify your mailing address. So Todd, thanks for being here tonight. All right, so let's see if there are some questions we can answer. I want to thank all of you that joined us tonight. I'm going to answer as many questions as come in. So please continue to send them in, and we'll take them in the order they're received. The first question I have here, I've heard that you will buy out my Comcast contract. Have I heard correctly? That's from Greg Smith. That answer is yes, generally, but it is on a case-by-case basis. So I would say contact the office and talk to one of our member service representatives, and they'll be able to help you with a Comcast contract buyout. Janet Neese asks, how is billing, one for electric and one for internet? That is correct. The two companies do bill separately. However, you can log into SmartHub, and both your bills are available there in the SmartHub application where your electric bill is. However, you will have two separate bills, one Wintek bill and one Tipmont bill. Another option for you, obviously, is to choose auto pay. That is available for you simply just to pay both bills automatically off your credit card each month. So that option is available for each service, but they do bill separately. Another question that comes in from Sean Grigsby, will I need a new router, or can I use my existing gigabit router? You will need to have the Wintek fiber router. However, you can set that up if need be as a gateway device, and then connect whatever other router you may have available to you, and use that for your Wi-Fi and network management service. So talk to our in-home installer before your install or during your install, and they'll help you set that up. Galen Little asks, when does the billing start? I want to make sure I answer this correctly. I believe the billing starts the month following your service. So your first bill is going to be a little bit larger because it's going to have your first prorated month and then your first full month. So if you sign on in the middle of the month, you will get your first bill after your first full month. So that would be generally for a month and a half of service. So your first bill is going to be a little bit larger because it will be your prorated first month and then your first full month. So that's generally when you can expect your first bill. Another question from Sean Grigsby, does weather, electrical storms, and radio frequencies interfere with performance of service? No, because the fiber lines coming in, they come in over essentially lines that are refined glass. There are no electrical signals to be interfered with. So storms, radio frequencies, you're not going to see any of that interference, and that really helps reliability out a lot. In fact, if your power happens to go out and you have a battery backup on your Wi-Fi modem, even if your electricity is out, your internet will still work, assuming, of course, that the fiber line hasn't itself been damaged in whatever storm or vehicle accident or whatever happened to knock your electricity out. So the short answer to the question, do weather and other things interfere with performance of service? The answer is no. From B May, how does Wintek Internet compare to Mulberry Internet? Well, I can't speak directly to Mulberry, but I can certainly say that Wintek is a state-of-the-art service, and we feel it's priced very, very competitively. Most other fiber offerings we found, may offer similar or lesser pricing, but you're also getting far lesser speed. This really is what we believe to be a Cadillac product. You are getting speeds that frankly are superior to any of the largest cities in the country, and you're also getting local support when you call in and have any issues, whether it be with your bill or your service. You're going to talk to somebody right here in Lafayette, and we feel the combination of those two things really sets us up well. From Janet Neese, do you provide battery backup, or can we purchase? We do not provide battery backup. There's a horde of options out there, Best Buy or Walmart or Target or any of them that sell battery backups that are going to be appropriate. Sometimes they're referred to as a UPS or universal power supply. So if you search that on any major retailer, you'll be able to find an appropriate battery backup. That will keep your fiber internet service on, even if your power is out, assuming, of course, again, that the fiber line itself isn't damaged. From Lisa, can you please post the website for the best streaming option? Again, absolutely. So I'll back it up just 2 slides here, and that's streaming.wintek.com. Again, streaming.wintek.com, and that will take you to a really quick wizard where you just answer 4 or 5 questions, and it will recommend kind of a good, better, best for you. And you can put in your email, and it'll email you the results and help you choose which service is right for you. So I hope you find that helpful. From Todd Tarter, it appears I am the last house on the line, but all of my utilities are underground. The last utility pole is at the house north of me. Will I still be able to get service? So we have a map at join.wintek.com where you can zoom in and see your address. And if you are, in fact, inside that build area, then yes, you will be able to get service. You may want to, if it's not quite clear to you, I suggest you call into the office, and one of the member service reps will be able to look up your address on our system and answer the question directly for you. But if your address is inside that build area that's on the map, then yes, you should be able to get address. You should be able to get service, and we would run the fiber line adjacent to your existing electrical service, be it overhead or be it underground. All right, from Beth Streeter, do you know ahead of time if we need additional Roku units for our other TVs? Well, that kind of really depends on whether your TVs are smart TVs. I know a lot of people love the Roku devices so much that even if their TV is a smart TV, they just go ahead and buy a Roku for them. The Roku that we give out, which is the Roku Streaming Stick Plus, retails for about $60. And a lot of people I know have just gone ahead and bought a Roku for every TV that they have in their home because they love the devices so much and they're so easy to use. But certainly to stream video to that television, it will need to be a smart TV that is available to run the app, such as Hulu or Sling or Disney Plus or Netflix, whatever it may be. So those Roku devices are pretty affordable. You may also want to look into an Amazon Fire Stick, which is even less. I believe that retails for about $30 or $35. Another one that is available is Apple TV, and Google just launched a new Google Home, Google Chromecast with Google TV, and that retails for about $50. And if you're knee deep into the Google ecosystem, that has the Google Assistant built into it, and that may be a good option for you as well. And your installer, when he comes to your house, can really, can help you determine, which options are best for you. So certainly ask those questions when your installer is doing your in-home install. Couple more questions here. Should we anticipate increased costs over the next couple of years? Well, certainly we can't, definitively say no, but there are no signals or any plans at this point to raise the prices on the internet service. We have been almost shocked at the number of people that have signed on so far, and that are we expected about 300 people to sign on in the first year, and we actually signed on about 1,200. And by the end of this year, we expect that number probably to be close to 3,000. So the service has been very, very successful for us, and with a combination of that, and I also want to highlight Wintek's business services unit. A lot of people don't know that Wintek, which Tipmont purchased, has a very successful business sales unit. They serve Purdue Research Foundation, most of the Purdue dorms, Caterpillar, Wabash National, cities of Lafayette and West Lafayette, and all of those revenues that come in, rather than lining the pockets of some faraway shareholders, we're taking all of those revenues and investing them out into the community to make this rural fiber project, work and be viable, and to help, make sure the pricing is competitive and steady over time. So thanks for that question. I also want to highlight that again, that there are no hidden fees on that bill. So $65 is what you pay. There's no modem rental fee. There's no service fee. There's no nothing in there that's going to surprise you. When you sign up for the $65 service, $65 is what you will pay. A couple of other questions that came in. If service is needed at the residence, what kind of time frame from customer call to repaired service is expected? We generally can restore service within 24 hours. We've had a couple, and really the only time service goes out is when the fiber line itself gets cut. We had one gentleman that was putting in a new mailbox and didn't realize that he had a fiber line beneath him, didn't get his underground utilities marked. And we're able to send, because we're a local company, we have our own team of fiber splicers. We're generally able to send someone out, if not same day, definitely next day. And, we can almost always have your service restored at the very longest within 24 hours, and in most cases within just a couple of hours. So one more reminder here, if you plan to dig in your yard, please have your underground utilities marked, because you never know, what's down there, and cutting a fiber line, or even worse, a gas or electric line, that presents a safety issue to you. We never want those things to happen. So certainly I'll always have your underground utilities marked. One more question from Sean. He said it takes 6 to 8 weeks to get set up. I'm working remote and can't have long service interruptions. If I'm moving from Comcast, how can I time it so that I can move over to Wintek with minimal interruption? Hey, great question. And thanks for being here tonight. Thanks for your interest in the service. So really what you want to do probably is have the, go ahead and keep your Comcast service, and then have the Wintek service installed. At which point all of your internet will move over to the Wintek service. And once the Wintek service is installed and it's working to your liking, then you can go, next day, day after, whatever you're comfortable with, and discontinue your Comcast service at that time. So, again, in short, my recommendation is to keep that Comcast service until the Wintek service is working correctly. And once you're happy with that, call Comcast and then have your Comcast service canceled. From Sean Grigsby, what wireless band do the Wintek routers broadcast? AC, NG. They broadcast on all the major bands, with the exception, obviously, of the newest standard, which is Wi-Fi 6. The current routers don't broadcast on Wi-Fi 6, but they do AC, NG, and even the old B standard, if you happen to have any devices that are that old. We're currently testing a newer router that we hope to start deploying within the next, probably 8-10 months. That does offer Wi-Fi 6. So that is coming down the pipeline, but we don't, we're not ready to deploy that device yet. But certainly all of the major Wi-Fi bands are covered by the device. So thanks for the questions. All right, I think that's that's most one more I want to answer here. Any scheduled maintenance times? If so, what downtimes are planned? Our maintenance downtimes are very minimal. Normally they're done in the middle of the night, so between midnight and 6 a.m. So unless you're a night owl, you're not going to even notice. But we always send out notifications if there's going to be maintenance in your area, especially if it's going to be something during the day. We've had a couple of instances where we've had to, move a line for whatever reason, or do some conversions in our huts that required a little bit of downtime during the day. We will always notify you ahead of time before we do any maintenance that would require downtime on your end. But those maintenance, they're very minimal. One, maybe two a year, if that. Typically only about one a year or so. So thanks for that question. All right, I'm not seeing anything further. So I really want to thank all of you that joined tonight. I hope this was helpful. I'm going to scoot forward a couple of slides here and just say here that, to order service, 800-726-3953. Press option 3 to reach our MSRs, or you can visit join.wintek.com. One more question that came in from Pete Van Dyke. Does the modem have an Ethernet uplink? Yes, it does. It actually has 4 Ethernet ports in the back that you can connect a computer to, or whatever else you wish to connect to. So yes, it does. It also has, I believe it has a phone line in there as well. So if you happen to get a voice over IP service from Vonage, or you can even order it from Mulberry. We are a Mulberry reseller, so you can order that voice over internet. If you want to get rid of your old landline, you can have it coming directly over your fiber modem from Mulberry. If you are interested in that, I believe the pricing for the Mulberry service is $35 a month, but there's also a lot of other voice options or voice over IP options that are out there that you can look into. So thanks again. A lot of good questions tonight. We look forward to hearing from a lot of you. Please call us and let us know how we can serve you. We're excited to offer this service in your area, and we hope you're very happy with it. So thanks again for being on tonight, and we look forward to serving you soon. Have a wonderful evening.